Today I am speaking about an unsung hero the humankind has ever witnessed. Tesla, Nikola Tesla, an impeccable man, who was the greatest geek who ever lived on this planet Earth. A geek is someone who is very knowledgeable and enthusiastic about a specific subject. Geeks stay up all night disassembling the world so that they can put it back together with new features. They tinker and fix things that are not broken. They obsess and in many cases they suffer. Over 100 years ago, a Serbian-American inventor by the name of Nikola Tesla started fixing things that were not broken. In a time when the majority of the world was still lit by candle power, an electrical system known as alternating current, AC, was invented and to this day is what powers every home on the planet. Do we have to thank for the invention that ushered humanity to a second industrial revolution? Yes, to Nikola Tesla, the nicest inventor ever. But I thought Thomas Edison was the father of electric age. You may be asking the question. No, it was Tesla. When most people think of Thomas Edison, they think of the man who invented the light bulb. Edison did not invent the light bulb. He improved upon the ideas of other men who pioneered the light bulb before him. Edison simply figured out how to sell the light bulb. Tesla actually worked for Edison early in his career. Edison offered to pay him the modern equivalent of $1 million to fix the problems he was having with his DC, direct current, generator and motors. Edison is a good example of a non-geek who operated in a geek space. Basically, Edison was not a geek, he was just a CEO. Tesla was known for discovering amazing things and then forgetting to write them down. Edison was known for rushing to the patent office as soon as one of his employees had something. After his falling out with Edison, Tesla went to work on his alternating current electrical system. Edison's DC system required a power plant every square mile and could not transmit electricity very far. AC used thinner wires, had higher voltages, and could transmit electricity over long distances. Ever heard of a man by the name of Marconi? He won a Nobel Prize in physics for inventing radio. Did you know that everything he did was based on work previously done by Tesla? After Marconi became world famous for sending the first transatlantic message, this was Tesla's response. Marconi is a good fellow, let him continue. He was using 17 of my patents. Ever heard of radar? An English scientist by the name of Robert Watson was credited with the invention of radar in 1935. Can you guess who came up with the idea in 1917, that is 18 years before? It is Nikola Tesla. William Röntgen is typically credited as the discoverer of X-rays. Can you guess the inventor who beat him to it and got basically zero credit? None other than Tesla. Ever wonder who built first hydroelectric power plant at Niagara Falls and proved to the world that this type of power has a practical energy source? Nikola Tesla, who was experimenting with cryogenic engineering nearly a half century before the invention. Tesla, who had patents over 100 years ago that were later used in development of the transistor. Tesla. Ever wonder who invented remote control? Tesla. Neon lighting? Tesla. The modern electric motor, wireless communication? Tesla. Just imagine when you need electricity for your home. It simply rains down from the Earth's ionosphere and charges everything wirelessly. That was something Tesla invented, but did not share with the world, probably because he was afraid of uninspired jackasses stealing his patents. Without a question, Tesla was a genius, a super genius, an impeccable man. A super genius in the recorded history of Homo sapiens. Sapiens, you heard it right? That is going to be my next speech, Sapiens. Now back to Tesla. He spoke 8 languages: Serbian, English, Czech, German, French, Hungarian, Italian, and Latin. He could memorize entire books and recite them at will. Most of us can't even remember our passwords. He could visualize devices entirely in his head and then build them without ever writing anything down. And even more impressive, the man lived to be 86 years and was celebrated his entire life. Despite being 6 feet 6 inches tall and mega popular with the ladies in the 1890s, Tesla refused to date because he believed it would interfere with his work. One of Tesla's final gifts to the world was a tower near New York City that would have provided free wireless energy to the entire planet. The man who financed the construction of the tower shut it down. He learned that there would be no way to regulate the energy and therefore it would not make money. Tesla hallucinated and often had a hard time differentiating between reality and imagination, which is why he spent years alone in his laboratory working day and night. He often said that the only time he was truly happy was when he was cooped up in the laboratory. Tesla died broke and alone in a New York City hotel room in the year 1943. He had been living on milk and biscuits during the last few years of his life. Dear Nikola Tesla, we Homo sapiens are sorry. On behalf of those who obsess, tinker and fix things that are not broken, consider it my way of saying thank you, Nikola Tesla.